your boy Jackie Dumpson. Check it out. Now let me tell you this, man. In Rap 2016, we have been invaded by a bunch of people who don't really fuck with rap like that. They, of course, like, a hot song. They like something that it could even be mumble rap. As long as it's over a beat, sounding melodic, they're with it, okay? But they're not breaking down lyrics no more. To keep it real, man, the IQ of the average hip-hop listener in 2016 is piss poor. They would probably rank as a fucking retard because they can't read between the lines. Now, back in the day, listen, think about Jay-Z after the whole Nas thing, right? After the whole Nas beef where he called out Nas, called out even Mobb Deep for a while, right? After that whole era, Jay went on a whole stretch where all he did was motherfucking sneak diss people subliminally. Subliminal disses, basically, Jay-Z is the one who really popularized that or repopularized that for all these new rappers who might take part or initiate in it, okay? Basically, he was dissing like 5 rappers, he was ethering them, but he would never say their names. Now, of course, we realize that people like Drake has adopted the same thing. When's the last time Drake said a name? If you can't read between the lines, nigga, it's on you, all right? Now, this has culminated to basically a couple of back and forth. We're not sure if it's just shots, maybe it's just friendly competition, or maybe there's beef. But again, this is why we need people who really fuck with hip-hop. This is why you need people like me, and possibly you if you're really into this shit. Because you know what people say? If you actually look at a bar, which kind of be a play off words or response to another rapper, they call it reaching because these motherfuckers' just IQ are so fucking dumb and so fucking little. They're like, no, it's a random bar. No. People like Jay-Z and even Drake, when they rap a line, it's not just a coincidence that it might refer to another rapper. It's called subliminally taking a shot at. I'm not saying it's full on beef, but it's kind of like jabbing the other person. All right? Now, you might be thinking, wait, what are you talking about now? Come on, man. What are you talking about? Drake and Jay? Didn't Drake say that Jay like his idol? He wouldn't cry if like somebody else died, but he would definitely cry if like Jay died. What's up? Yes, you're right. So basically, in the past, Drake has said that he looks up to Jay. Now, as time is progressing, Drake is now the biggest rapper in the game, and not only in the game, but he's a pop star as well. He has kind of went from the looking up to Jay to kind of looking directly at Jay, to the point that even he feels like he's almost on the same position as Jay. Don't believe me? If you listen to Summer 16, he says it. He says on the track, he says, used to want to be on Rockefeller, then I turned into Jay. Now, a lot of people didn't like that. Like, yo, what the fuck you mean you turned into Jay? Nigga, you ain't no Jay. You know what I mean? Now, some people might be like, yo, you using writers. Even though, we're going to let Jay just smoothly, slide by with, him using obvious bars and flows from other people. And he kind of did some of the same stuff that Drake did, maybe not on that level, but whatever. Okay. But basically, in Drake's mind at that time, he says he turned into Jay. Now, we saw people like Meek Mill jump out and he lashed out on the record. Warpaint, where he says, yo, and you claiming you Hove now? Why you state that shit? Okay? Man, I hate that shit. Niggas be talking out their face, but as soon as you body something, they be singing like they Drake. So basically, he took issue with Drake comparing himself to Jay-Z. Now, there is a theory out there, and I'm saying this is a theory because we got no proof. Some people think that, yo, listen, hey, the reason why Meek went at Drake is because Jay is kind of behind Meek and he put the battery in his back. But all I'll say is this, okay? If you analyze bars and you kind of read between the lines on a lot of Drake songs, you realize that I'm not saying there has been beef between Drake and Jay, but there's definitely been a couple of slick lines back and forth, okay? Of course we know the overt bar where Jay said, sorry, Mrs. Drizzy, or some dumb shit like that. But even going back and forth, think about Charged Up, right? When he was talking about the higher ups, the Center for me, blah, blah, blah. Secondly, think about even the song 30 for 30, right? And also remember the line where he was like, listen, I got love for my idols, but I'm still entitled. And it was kind of like a play off words where he was kind of explaining the situation why he didn't go with Tidal, or really explaining why he's not with Apple Music, but he ain't got nothing against Jay, right? Something like that, okay? Now, it all even culminates to the point where he gets a verse or 3 lines from Jay on Pop Style, and he says to Zane Lowe, I never asked that nigga for a verse. I asked Kanye for a verse. He just kind of gave a line. He gave a part, and that's it. So basically, man, it kind of seemed like there's been some tension there. So after he stated on Summer 16, used to want to be in Rockefeller, now turned into Jay, we thought, okay, maybe something is not going on good here. Okay, well, on the recent track that was put out by DJ Khaled featuring Future and Jay-Z, basically Jay-Z took a couple shots back at Drake, and it seems like it's back. That's what I'm saying. You got to break down the lyrics. You got to at least acknowledge that there's some jabs being thrown back and forth. I'm not saying this is full-on beef, but if you can't acknowledge that, these things, you'll be like, oh, you're reaching. But it makes sense to me when you actually look at these things. Now, the first line, which was actually said in the first verse, he actually said this: niggas always asking me the key. Till you're on your own, you can't be free. Till you're on your own, you can't be me. Okay? So basically, he's kind of saying, like, listen, until you own your own shit, you can't be me, nigga. This is talking about all that. Used to want to be on Rockefeller, then you turn into Jay. He's like, nigga, where? Now, he continued, because in the second verse, he kind of made some more references to that when he said this. He says, real life, I'm Hove. Real life, I'm life goals. In real life, they're like me. In real life, I'm like, no. Okay? Basically, he's trying to say, niggas is saying they're like me, but I'm telling you, no, they not. Okay? Now, again, you could say, well, that could apply to anybody. But if you really think that Jay-Z isn't that sophisticated of a lyricist to kind of just make it one size fits all, but also directly respond to Drake, you're fucking bugging. So basically, man, I'm kind of watching what's going on here. I like the little subliminal jabs. I like seeing my rappers who are at the top of their game compete lyrically. We know Drake and Jay ain't going to be up in the club shooting out against each other. But I like seeing the lyrical sparring. Hip-hop, as Tory Lanez says, and a lot of people have said, is a contact sport. Everybody can be number one. Everybody can't just be friends. Niggas is going to be taking shots. And to be honest, this is what kind of keeps niggas on their square. This is how we realize who's really about it. Drake is going to come back with some slick shit. Again, it's not real beef, but it's a couple of shots and nice jabs. I like it. If you look at it and you're maybe a Drake fan and you're like, oh, you're reaching, you're probably scared shitless. Probably thinking Jay-Z about to body Drake. But I think both of them, at least when they put out songs that are lyrical, I think they're very dope. And this was definitely a good song, by the way. I really like this song. I got the keys. Shout out to Khaled for that. Or actually Future. But basically, it kind of showed that, yo, Jay ain't done, man. Jay ain't done. I don't know if I want a full-on album from Jay, because I don't want to see him doing a Grandpa Hove. I don't want to see him, like, you know what I mean, dropping an album and he got a Walker and some shit like that. But I could definitely stand having more verses from Jay in 2016. Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like them, subscribe. Now you get your shot to respond to me. Am I reaching? Have you heard it? Did you kind of get it? Or did you, all you heard was, I got the keys. Again, there's some people that they still listen to rap and says, yo, this shit is hot just because it's a nice beat. And there's still certain rappers you got to break down their bars. Western Road Flows. Think about that by Drake. That's why I still say, and I'm hoping he's writing that fucking song, because that's such a dope song by Drake. You could listen to it and be like, oh, it's just dope. Then you could break down the lines and be like, damn, he's ethering Tory Lanez on, yo, don't get hyped for the moment and start a backpedal. You know what I mean? I was riding, you were riding TTC Metro when I had the place booming. If you can't break down those things and kind of get who he's talking to, if a nigga got to say a name, you probably ain't into rap like that. You probably not. I'm telling y'all niggas the truth. Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like them. Subscribe to your boy Jackademics. Niggas ain't gonna be dissing each other on some like Tupac hit him up shit no more. You won't hear somebody say, yo, listen, that's why I fucked your wife, you fat motherfucker. We ain't gonna hear that no more. Niggas gonna be taking subliminals. Okay? Get a comment box. Make sure you guys like, definitely subscribe to Jackademics. I'm out.